Soft, melancholic piano music begins, fading slightly under the voice. Oh, darling, let me tell you, it's not simply about a disappointment at a hotel. It's about the fracturing of expectations, the shattering of a carefully constructed illusion. You see, I've always believed, perhaps foolishly, my grandmother would chide that if one possesses a certain discretion in expenditure, a commitment to supporting establishments that self-proclaim a level of refinement, one is entitled to a corresponding level of care. It's not greed, you understand, it's a basic principle of reciprocal exchange. Like offering tea to a guest or a smile to a stranger, it's civility. Doesn't everyone think so? I was raised on the belief that quality is not merely an aesthetic choice but a moral obligation. My Baba, bless her soul, she used to say, a chipped cup signifies a fractured spirit. Such drama, but she had a point. It's about respect, respect for the craft, respect for the customer, respect for basic hygiene. In Embassy Suites by Hilton Myrtle Beach Oceanfront Resort, Myrtle Beach, it lacked respect in spades. It began, as all tragedies do, with a promise. A shimmering photograph online, a facade of luxury, really beckoned me with the lure of sun-kissed beaches and carefree elegance. I had driven 14 hours from Boston, a journey meticulously planned around the anticipation of rest. 14 hours, mind you, that's nearly an entire day sacrificed to the altar of, frankly, relaxation. And one expects deserving so much that at least one finds a somewhat presentable room. A slight pause, a sigh, the moment I stepped into room 1404, a number that now feels tainted. Somehow the air itself felt heavy. Stale, it carried a scent, a subtle but insidious odor of neglect that clung to the back of my throat. It wasn't simply not clean, no, it was an accumulation, a history of overlooked dust, of spilled drinks left to ferment. Do you know what that does to a person, to walk into a space already steeped in the residue of others' carelessness? It's the feeling of being unwelcome, of being imposed upon. And the bathroom, oh, the bathroom, a horror show. A used washcloth simply draped over the shower rod. Can you even imagine? It's like walking into someone else's private moment, a violation, really, as if the very act of cleaning was considered an optional extra. We all want to feel safe, right? I assumed foolishly that a hotel would prioritize basic sanitation. And the hair, black hair everywhere. When my hair is a delicate blonde, a sun-kissed strawberry blonde, darling. It's the swift realization that someone somewhere had not even bothered to pretend. Voice becomes slightly faster, more agitated. Dust, you see, isn't just unsightly. It's a microcosm of everything that is wrong with a place. It accumulates in quiet corners, a testament to indifference. The bathroom fan, covered in so much dust that it sounded like a dying beast. The air vents, neglected, choked with the detritus of time. These aren't mere aesthetic flaws. They indicate a deeper malaise, a systemic lack of regard for the well-being of those who inhabit the space. They indicate that the owners are, frankly, not decent people. The carpets, the carpets, stained, brown, hideous stains. It's a subtle thing, a stain, but it's a visual cue. It whispers of spills and carelessness, of things best left unseen. It's not simply about the dirt, you understand. It's about the implication of dirt. In how it suggests a hidden layer of uncleanliness that could be anywhere. It sinks into your soul. When you think about the places people have walked on, things people have dropped on it, and the furniture, dear God, the furniture. Living room furniture covered in darker marks, the sort of blemishes that scream, don't touch. It's the psychological effect, you see. It discourages relaxation, it inhibits a sense of belonging. It's as if the furniture itself is trying to push you off.
Warning you of the unspeakable things it is with.
So I was looking into scams near Embassy Suites by Hilton Myrtle Beach Oceanfront Resort, Myrtle Beach, you know. Like, tourists think it's all fun and sun, but some businesses here they ray not so honest. It's sad, really. Okay, so businesses near Embassy Suites by Hilton Myrtle Beach Oceanfront Resort, Myrtle Beach, some of them, not all, but some are like targets for big fraud, you know. Like not just small-time stuff, but huge scams that mess up everything. There was this one case where thieves stole checks like $1 million worth of checks from a local construction company. Can you believe that? They just took them, and then the police found them in a car near a hotel like super close to Embassy Suites by Hilton Myrtle Beach Oceanfront Resort, Myrtle Beach. The guys got arrested, but imagine being that business owner. They probably had to change everything like no more paper checks, just digital now. And the tourists? They might not even know, but if they hire a local company for something, who knows if it's safe? And then there were these two guys, Willie and Devont, who got caught with stolen credit cards and IDs. Like why? Just why? They were near a Comfort Suites, which isn't right next to Embassy Suites by Hilton Myrtle Beach Oceanfront Resort, Myrtle Beach, but close enough that it makes you think you know. Tourists walking around, maybe using their cards at stores, and boom, someone else got their info. I bet those guys are still in jail, but it's just depressing. And like businesses here, some of them are probably super careful now, but others, who knows? Tourists come for 2 weeks, spend their money, and leave, but what if they get caught up in something like this? It's not fair. Anyway, that's what's happening near Embassy Suites by Hilton Myrtle Beach Oceanfront Resort, Myrtle Beach. Just be careful, okay?
The Dark Truth About Businesses Near Embassy Suites by Hilton Myrtle Beach Oceanfront Resort. Businesses near the Embassy Suites by Hilton Myrtle Beach Oceanfront Resort are, to put it gently, a minefield of disappointment. If you're expecting luxury, efficiency, or even basic competence, you may want to lower those expectations way down. Let's start with the spas, or rather the idea of spas. Because if you call lost in Serenity Spa, don't expect serenity or even a returned call. Guests report leaving messages for days, only to be ignored until the last possible moment. The hotel even tried to intervene, but silence. It's as if the spa exists in another dimension, one where phones don't work and customer service is a myth. Now, restaurants. Oh, the restaurants. Brazilian steakhouses should be a carnival of meat, right? Rioz Brazilian Steakhouse begs to differ. Here, the only thing more confusing than the rushed, mumbled instructions is the pricing. $50 per person, no dessert included, for what amounts to a sad buffet of dry meat and American salad bar rejects. And if you think making a reservation will save you, think again. People wait an hour past their booked time, watching helplessly as larger parties get priority. One guest even got injured by an over-enthusiastic patron, only for management to promise compensation, and then vanish like the last tender piece of lamb. Then there's DinoLand Café, where the dinosaurs aren't the only things extinct. Common sense and edible food are too. Kids' meals cost $19, drinks extra, and what do they get? Slimy fruit, flavorless chicken, and mashed potatoes that taste like cardboard. The animatronics, a brief, underwhelming spectacle once an hour. And if you dare complain, the manager might argue you still owe money for the inedible food you sent back. It's like a theme park designed by someone who hates children and budgets. Nightlife. Tin Roof offers the thrilling experience of paying $36 for 2 lukewarm beers while staff ignore you. The music is loud, the service is non-existent, and the only thing colder than the drinks is the bartender's attitude. One guest in their 60s was turned away for not having ID. Because apparently, senior citizens are the real threat to nightclub security. Even the Market Common, which should be a pleasant shopping escape, is a gamble. Face-tattooed employees with attitude, overpriced stores with no return policies, and New Year's Eve celebrations that promise drones but deliver a tiny ball on a crane. The excitement is palpable if you enjoy disappointment. And finally, the Chemist, where the only chemical reaction is the one in your stomach after eating there. Plastic cups, flavorless grits, and burnt bacon so thin you could read through it. The music is great, but the food? A crime against taste buds. One guest suspected roofies in the drinks, though with flavors this bad, who would even notice? So, what's the verdict?